The Falcons' 2025 draft just got a major boost, and I'm pumped to share the details with you. After a bit of a roller coaster ride evaluating what Terry Fontenot and Rakeem Morris did during the draft, I have to say I'm a fan. Mel Kiper might not agree, but hey, not everyone sees things the same way, right? As we approach the end of April, we're trailing the Saints in subscriber count, and I need your help to change that. If you want to help us catch up, scroll down and hit that subscribe button. Let's close that 400 subscriber gap. Now let's talk about Warren Sharp, the genius behind Sharp Football Analysis. Fun fact, Warren Sharp isn't even his real name, but what he does every year is incredible. He puts together the best draft value analysis, which isn't just his opinion, but a composite of mock drafts and big board rankings. This shows us who reached for players and who snagged great value. The Falcons ranked second on his best value chart, just behind the Arizona Cardinals and ahead of teams like the Giants, Ravens, and Browns. Considering Atlanta only had 5 picks in the draft, 2 of which were in the 7th round, so let's not sweat those, finishing second in value is pretty impressive. Sure, it came at a cost when they traded a future first-round pick to move back into the first round for James Pierce, but let's break down the Falcons' picks. Xavier Watts was selected much later than expected, and the value they're getting from these players is fantastic. The first 3 picks, Jalen Walker, James Pierce, and Xavier Watts, are the key selections. I believe these guys could be starting players on Atlanta's defense by Week 18. I'm really excited about all 3 of these picks. The fact that Walker fell to 15 is still mind-blowing to me. When we look back at the 2025 NFL Draft in a few years, I wouldn't be surprised if Walker goes much earlier than 15. James Pierce Jr. will be a hot topic since the Falcons traded a future first to get him. But if Atlanta makes the playoffs next year and Pierce shows promise in his rookie season, no one will be complaining about missing out on a late first-round pick. Then there's Xavier Watts, who fell all the way to the 3rd round. This guy is an All-American safety from Notre Dame, and I'll dive deeper into his stats in a moment. But let's focus on Jalen Walker for a second. He might be one of my favorite picks from the entire first round. He's a special talent on defense. Kirby Smart used him as a versatile piece in Georgia's defense, and I truly believe Walker will be a cornerstone for Atlanta for the next decade. Next up is Pierce, a more traditional edge rusher with incredible speed, clocking in at under a 4.5-second 40-yard dash. He's been productive too, racking up over 100 pressures in the last 2 seasons, with 7.5 sacks in 2024 and 10 sacks in 2023 at UTK. I can't wait to see what he brings to Atlanta. Finally, we have Xavier Watts, who recorded 13 interceptions over the last 2 college football seasons. No one else in FBS has more than 10 combined in that time. This guy is a playmaker, and I think he's going to make a huge impact on the Falcons' defense. What I love most about Xavier Watts is his durability. As the college football season drags on, he never seemed to lose steam. He played consistently well throughout the entire season, even during the college football playoffs. So, who was your favorite pick for the Falcons? Think about the value of where they were drafted. For instance, if you love the Walker pick, but were surprised Watts fell to the 90s in the 3rd round, that's definitely worth considering. Personally, I'm still leaning toward Walker, but I want to hear your thoughts in the comments. Looking back at Warren Sharp's previous best value drafts, you can see how teams have fared. Last year, the Eagles had a fantastic draft, and it showed. Interestingly, the Falcons finished 32nd in value in 2024, but they jumped all the way up to 2nd in 2025. If you dig a little deeper, you can find rankings going back to 2022. The Chiefs had a solid draft that year, and the Packers also made waves with their 2 first-round picks. It's reassuring to see the Falcons avoid another draft blunder and wasted offseason. They really nailed it this time. Now let's focus on Xavier Watts, the safety from Notre Dame. I believe he'll be a starter on this defense by the end of the 2025 season, if not sooner. Before diving deeper into Watts, I want to mention that if you're interested in getting a Jalen Walker or James Pierce jersey, you can pre-order them right now. Just check out the link in the comments and description. The Falcons fans have been among the top purchasers, so shout out to you all for your support. I came across an article by Field Yates where he highlighted his favorite picks from each round. For round 3, he called Watts the best value of any of the Falcons selections. With an FBS leading 13 interceptions over the past 2 seasons at Notre Dame, Watts is a true ball magnet. He has an incredible knack for being in the right place at the right time, showcasing exceptional vision on the field and limiting explosive plays. He was ranked 53rd on Yates's board, which speaks volumes about his talent. Let's get to know Watts a bit better because I have high expectations for him. He brings a wealth of experience, which is crucial. Many players who transition to the NFL benefit from an extra year of college football, and while he may not be a spring chicken, his experience will serve him well as he steps into the professional arena. Xavier Watts is a player who brings a lot to the table, especially when it comes to durability. Over the last 2 years, he hasn't given up a single touchdown in coverage, and he only had 1 pass interference call during that time. He played in 55 games over 3 years without missing a single one. That kind of availability is crucial in the NFL, and it's often said that the best ability is availability. Plus, he even had a 100-yard pick six against USC, showcasing his explosive playmaking skills. Now, while he may not be the fastest guy on the field, he excels in a role where he can read the game from a safety position. If you ask him to cover a speedy receiver in the slot, it might not end well. Instead, he's best utilized when he can observe the play develop in front of him and then use his instincts to make impactful plays. With 13 interceptions, 27 pass breakups, and 2 forced fumbles, his ball skills speak for themselves. Currently, Atlanta's safety room features lockdown safety Jesse Bates alongside veteran Jordan Fuller, who is on a 1-year contract. My guess is that the Falcons brought Fuller in because they didn't want to re-sign Simmons, and they wanted some insurance in case Watts wasn't available in the draft. Fuller has a history with Raheem Morris from their time in LA, and his contract isn't burdensome, making it easy for the Falcons to move on if needed. As we head into training camp, Fuller will likely start the season, but if he struggles and Watts shines during practice, we could see a shift. It's entirely possible that Watts could go from playing just a handful of snaps in Week 1 to becoming the starting safety next to Bates by Week 6. Here's a little trivia for you. Atlanta has struggled to generate takeaways and interceptions outside of Jesse Bates for the past decade. Since 2010, who leads the Falcons with 16 interceptions over their career? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about it. Pause the video if you need to. The answer is coming in 3, 2, 1. It's William Moore. He played for the Falcons from 2010 to 2015, and that's the number to beat. Hopefully, Watts, Bates, and A.J. Terrell can surpass that mark and set a new standard for interceptions in a Falcons career. That wraps up today's show. I really appreciate everyone tuning in. If you made it to the end of the video, drop an emoji in the comments. I want to see who the real MVPs are.